Hi, hey, hi, it's me, your Void, and we're playing my game again. April was a month. Also, please ignore the hair. I am getting it cut tomorrow. April was a month. I read so much. I read so much, and because of the whole Artemis mission thing, all I wanted to read was sci-fi. I like the first week was fine, and then week two, I wanted to read sci-fi. I wanted to watch sci-fi. I wanted to immerse myself in anything space related. Alas, becoming a dragon scientist has nothing to do with space, so I doused myself in fantasy even though I didn't feel like it. So I had a month. I had a month. There was so much reading. There was so much fantasy. Oh my god, I can't stop playing with my hair. Going into May, I hope the game will be nice. Well, I already know how the game behaved. You will know in a second, but going into the game, I was very much please be nice, please be nice, please be nice, please be nice, because I had a month. So let's see how that ended up going for me. All right, we're back at it again. Let's find out what we are going to make this time. I hope the game is nice to me because I had a month with Aurelium because I am a senseless overachiever. We are building a skin picture, also known as a tattoo. Can you even see that? Yes. So we need a needle of a cactus and a dash of squid ink. So we need to go to the ocean and the desert. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see for traveling costs which one is nearer. We need the ocean, which is 200 pages from the starting point, and then 100 to get to the desert. And if we look at the desert, it's 300 pages to get to the desert, and then from the desert to the ocean, it would be another 100 pages. So it is cheaper to go to the ocean first and then to the desert. So that's what we will do. We go to the ocean first for 200 pages. So we are back at the ocean, and now I need the dash of squid ink, which is the dark blue. So I need to go here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is impossible for me to get this in one go. Yay! This blue is the salt water, so I don't want to land on this. Am I going to risk going up? Because this is a 5. So I would need a 6. I need a 5 or a 6, and that would give me the whale song. Or am I trying to play it low key and I go down, which is also like I think what is seaweed? Let's play this tactically. What is seaweed? Seaweed would want me to read something with a watery setting. I think I prefer that. After the month I've had, I don't want to hit salt water because that would have me read something over 500 pages. So I think I'm going down, even though it looks counterintuitive to get to the squid ink. So let's go down. Let's go down because I'm fine with the whale song. I'm fine with the seaweed. I don't want to necessarily read a book over 500 pages again. And the ocean usually does me dirty. So let's go. 3! Nice! 1, 2, 3. I immediately get a bonus, which is so good. So what is my bonus over here? I get... Oh, this is one of my handwritten ones. This is a new one. So this is the Deus Ex Machina bonus, which means I get an ingredient of my choice from my current area. No reading required. Amazing. Amazing ingredient of my choice. I do need the squid ink, so I will take the squid ink. Thank you very much. And I immediately gain that, but I still need to read for this prompt, so I will have one watery setting book. I'm taking notes, and then I can immediately move on. And I should have, with that one read, enough to then have the 100 pages to go to the desert. So we will go to the desert right away. Look how camouflaged I am. So, and now I need a needle of a cactus. The needle of the cactus is down here. So any number will do. Is this going to be a nice month? What? 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Okay, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Why is this game so nice to me? I am scared. What is going on? So the next bonus is oh my god, it's a freebie. I can read whatever I want to get my next ingredient, which is amazing because the Needle of a Cactus wants me to read something that is out of my comfort zone. I don't want to go out of my comfort zone because it's uncomfortable outside there. So I get to read whatever I want, a watery setting and whatever I want, and one book to get me to places. This why is this game so nice to me? What do you what have you planned for next month? Why are you so nice to me? What? As you can see, it went very, very well for me. The game was incredibly nice. So nice, in fact, that I don't trust it. I'm pretty sure I will pay for this round dearly next month, which is going to be a problem because I have plans for next month. But that is a future me problem. That's a future me problem. Current me has to talk about the whopping amount of books that I need to read for this round. 3 books. 3 books. And 2 I get to choose whatever I want for. That is so good. That is so good. So let's start with the book that gets me to where I need to go, to the ocean. For this one, I picked up Initiation by Alethea Faust. This is the first book in the Sex Wizards series. The Sex Wizards series is getting its final installment next month, and I want to read the entire series this year. It is on my 12 and 12 to read, but I only ever read book 1. I only ever read Initiation, and yet I own the entire series up until now. That is how good book 1 was. So what is Sex Wizards all about? Well, in Sex Wizards we follow Domini, and Domini is a ranger. He's living out in the forest, he's helping people go from A to B, and one day he meets a lady, she wants to traverse the forest, he helps her, it's a multiple day track, and well, they are alone, and they think each other kind of attractive, so they do a thing, and by doing the thing, she figures out she is a super powerful mage person, and while doing the thing, she figures out, hey, Domini, you have a talent for magic. Why does she figure out that he has a talent for magic when doing the thing? Well, the series is called Sex Wizards for a reason, because this entire thing has a kink-based magic system. So when they do the thing, she can tell that he has magical talent. So she writes him a letter of recommendation for the one and only wizard magic school in the realm. And for a while he tables that until he kind of is forced to think about a career change. And then he finally goes to the school, and what happens is history. This is his introduction to the school and to magic itself. He did not know what it takes to cast magic before he came here, and then he gets kind of thrown into the deep end right away. This is like setup for the rest of the series. We meet all of the characters, or most of the characters in here. We are explained how the magic works, and yes, this is 90% smut, 10% plot, but my god, the 10% plot are so good, and the smut is so well written, and like everything works just so perfectly together. This is amazing. If you're looking for a high fantasy smut-filled read, go for it. Seriously, this is ridiculously good. And like I said, I want to read the entire series this year, but in order to do that, I kind of need to start with my reread of the first book. This one is 267 pages long, so it does fulfill the need for 200 pages to get me to the ocean. Once I reach the ocean, I have to read something with a watery setting, and for that I am picking up The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I read a singular Robert Jackson Bennett before, and it was translated into German, so every time that happens, some of the original vibe can be changed. Not necessarily lost, but kind of changed. I read one book by this man in a different language, and I fell in love with his writing style and with the ideas this man brings to the table, and everyone is raving about The Tainted Cup. So I had to get it, and now I'm going to read it. The Tainted Cup is, as far as I understand, a high fantasy murder mystery. And we follow these two characters. One of them is the detective, and the other one is her assistant with a perfect memory. And they have to solve this murder of a, I think, very important person. Yeah, they have to figure out the murder of an Imperial officer who was killed by having a tree spontaneously erupting from his body. That sounds so interesting. Nothing about the blurb screams water resetting, but I have heard people talk about the fact that water is a very important thing here. I think there are these giant leviathan creatures coming out of the water. I don't know. To be sure, I googled if this has a water resetting. It has a water resetting. Apparently water plays a very integral part in this world. And I am very interested in seeing what this man can do in his native language without the filter of a translator. I heard only great stuff about this, so I'm very excited to read this. With that, I have enough pages to go wherever I need to go, which was the desert. And there I was allowed to read whatever I want again. So I am going to follow my kind of sci-fi leaning brain, and I'm going to read The Stardust Grail by Yume Kitasei. And this one is, I believe, sci-fi thievery. I remember this being sci-fi thievery. This is one of these instances where I forgot what it's about the second I had it in my hand. But it's sci-fi thievery, I think. Also very highly rated. I have not seen many people talk about it, but the reviews, the ratings are good on the internet. The internet never lies, we all know that. Let's read the blurb together so I can figure out what this is about. Save one world, doom her own. Good start. Maya Hoshimoto was once the best art thief in the galaxy, returning stolen artifacts to their rightful homes, until a disastrous job forced her into hiding. Now her quiet life is haunted by disturbing visions of the future. Then an old friend comes to her with a job she can't refuse. Find a powerful object that could save an alien species from extinction. Except no living person has ever seen it. And they aren't the only ones looking for it. The further Maya goes into its pursuit, the more her visions cast a dark shadow over her team of friends. Someone will betray her along the way. Worse yet, if she chooses to save this species, she may risk condemning her own. And suddenly I remember why I wanted to pick this up. So, yeah, high stakes sci-fi thievery. And that is already it. That's already it. I only have to read 3 books to fulfill my monthly game and make that item. It's only these 3 books. I have to figure out what else I'm going to do. What? Spontaneously, I would say it's time for another round of my series slasher. Right? Like, I have room to breathe. And I'm technically starting 2 new series. So I might need to make a vlog. I might need to make a series slasher vlog and take advantage of the fact that I only need to read 3 things for this month. I think that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for a series slasher vlog, I guess. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and let me know down in the comments what you are reading for May. If you have participated in Aurelium, how did it go? And if you don't want to talk to me at all, leave any space-related emoji down in the comments below, because I'm still very much obsessed with the entire thing of Artemis and the moon, and the moon has colors now. So good. But yeah, that's it, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Bye!